Before transporting your Fuse Sift or changing to a different material, thoroughly clean all powder out of the machine. This procedure includes cleaning powder out of the fresh and used powder hoppers, the sifter assembly, and the rest of the workspace. It is critical to fully clean all powder out of the machine before using it with a different material. You may need to perform this cleaning multiple times. Use this guide to clean out your Fuse Sift for changing materials. If this video helps you solve your printer's issue, please like the video, and thanks for watching. In most cases, when switching between two materials, you will need to thoroughly and comprehensively clean your printer, Fuse Sift, and build chamber. If you are switching between nylon 12 powder and nylon 12 glass-filled powder, or between nylon 11 powder and nylon 11 carbon fiber-filled powder, you can follow a simplified cleaning procedure, the end of which will be indicated in this video. Note that failing to clean out all powder before switching materials can lead to print failures or permanent damage to the machine. Watch and understand all instructions in this process before proceeding. It is also important to dedicate each of the following items to its own material type: the powder cartridge, the Fuse Sift sifter mesh, and post-processing cleaning tools. Do not clean and reuse these items with a different material type. To start, we will dispense all powder out of the fresh powder hopper. Use the Fuse Sift's powder dispensing function to remove the bulk of the powder from the fresh powder hopper. To dispense powder from the fresh powder hopper, pull the handle at the bottom right of the Fuse Sift to slide the cartridge drawer open. Insert an empty powder cartridge or other appropriate container into the cartridge drawer. Slide the cartridge drawer into the Fuse Sift. On the touchscreen, tap Refresh Rate. The refresh rate screen appears. Use the touchscreen to set the ratio to 100%. A 100% refresh rate means that the powder is only dispensed from the fresh powder hopper. Tap Fill. The Fuse Sift dispenses powder into the inserted container. After approximately 1 minute, the container is filled and the vacuum turns off. Open the cartridge drawer and remove the container. Repeat these steps until the fresh powder hopper is empty. Set the powder aside for future use. Next, we will dispense all powder out of the used powder hopper. Again, use the Fuse Sift's powder dispensing function to remove the bulk of the powder from the used powder hopper. To dispense powder from the used powder hopper, pull the handle at the bottom right of the Fuse Sift to slide the cartridge drawer open. Insert an empty powder cartridge or another appropriate container into the cartridge drawer. Slide the cartridge drawer into the Fuse Sift. On the touchscreen, tap Refresh Rate. Use the touchscreen to set the ratio to 0%. A 0% refresh rate means that the powder is only dispensed from the used powder hopper. Tap Fill. The Fuse Sift dispenses powder into the inserted container. After approximately 1 minute, the cartridge is filled and the vacuum turns off. Open the cartridge drawer and remove the container. Repeat these steps until the used powder hopper is empty. Set this powder aside as well for future use. If the powder has already been contaminated or mixed with another material, dispose of it according to local environmental regulations. After removing the bulk of the powder from the hoppers, it is time to clean the Fuse Sift's workspace. First, we will use the vacuum to remove all powder from any part extraction tools that can easily be cleaned. Do not attempt to clean and reuse any tools that are likely to retain powder. Instead, dedicate such tools to a single material. For example, picks and other hard tools can be easily cleaned and reused. Nylon brushes are likely to trap powder between their bristles and should not be cleaned or reused with the new material. Next, vacuum the vent at the back of the workspace following the instructions in our video for cleaning the Fuse Sift's vent filter. Next, vacuum the workspace. Be sure to vacuum the walls, tool shelf, parts basket, service grate, and build chamber enclosure. After cleaning the workspace, clean the sifter assembly. First, remove the surface grate, cleaning both sides thoroughly, and set it aside outside of the Fuse Sift. Push the Sift button on the Fuse Sift's control panel to turn on the sifter and loosen any powder around the sifter mesh. Push the Sift button again to turn off the sifter. Without touching the mesh, use the vacuum hose to remove debris, clumps, loose powder, and other obstructions from the sifter mesh. Use the turnbuckles to release the sifter mesh. Remove the sifter mesh from the Fuse Sift. Place the sifter mesh over a trash can or other receptacle. Use a brush to remove any small particles trapped in the mesh. Set the sifter mesh aside. After cleaning the sifter assembly, it is time to clean the inside of the fresh powder hopper. Using a 2mm hex driver, loosen and remove the 4 screws holding the fresh powder hopper lid or funnel in place. Clean any powder off both sides of the lid and set it aside. Next, vacuum out the fresh powder hopper. Take care to vacuum all powder from surfaces. Use compressed air or a gas duster as necessary to remove powder from hard-to-reach areas. When using compressed air or a gas duster to clean the machine, always keep the vacuum running to catch any mobilized powder. You may need to use a variety of vacuum attachments to reach all of the surfaces in the hopper. Reinstall the fresh powder hopper lid. Use a 2mm hex driver to tighten the 4 screws until finger tight. After cleaning the fresh powder hopper, clean the sifter gasket, sifter mesh turnbuckles, and the inside of the used powder hopper. Vacuum out the used powder hopper and surrounding area. Note that powder tends to build up in the rubber gasket and around the sifter mesh turnbuckles. Take care to vacuum all powder from these surfaces. Use compressed air or a gas duster as necessary to remove powder from difficult-to-reach areas. Continue until all remaining powder has been removed from the hopper. Note that if you are switching between nylon 12 powder and nylon 12 glass-filled powder, or between nylon 11 powder and nylon 11 carbon fiber powder, stop here. If you are switching between any other 2 materials, continue following the cleaning steps in this video. Clean the sifter gasket, sifter mesh turnbuckles, and the inside of the used powder hopper. Note that powder tends to build up in the rubber gasket and around the sifter mesh turnbuckles. Take care to vacuum all powder from these surfaces. Use compressed air or a gas duster as necessary to remove powder from difficult-to-reach areas. Continue until all remaining powder has been removed from the hopper. Use a clean paper towel dampened with water to gently wipe down the rubber gasket below the turnbuckles. Do not use any other solvents. Change the paper towel frequently as you clean. Be careful not to tear the silicone seal around the edge of the gasket while cleaning. Thoroughly wipe down each turnbuckle and the space behind it using clean paper towels dampened with water. Do not use any other solvents. Change the paper towel frequently as you clean. Repeat until the paper towel does not pick up any powder from any of the turnbuckles. It may be helpful to insert the paper towel into the space behind the turnbuckle and use a flossing motion to clean. If you are cleaning the Fuse Sift to transport it to a new location, reinstall the sifter mesh. If you are cleaning the machine to switch to a different material, install a new sifter mesh that will be dedicated to the new material. Secure the sifter mesh with the turnbuckles. Reinstall the surface grate. Finish by wiping down all surfaces of the machine with a clean microfiber cloth. If you used compressed air to clean the machine, powder may have settled on previously cleaned surfaces. Use a damp paper towel or microfiber cloth to wipe down all surfaces in the workspace until they are fully clean. After re-inspecting all surfaces and confirming that all powder has been removed from the machine, the cleaning procedure is complete. If you clean the machine in order to switch materials, add fresh powder to the fresh powder hopper or unpack a print in the new material. Continue to watch for signs of contamination, such as streaking or discoloration from mixed powder types. If signs of contamination are present, dispose of any contaminated powder and repeat all cleaning steps described in this article. Need help? Contact Formlabs support or your certified service provider for additional support. Did this video help you get printing again? If so, please leave a like on our video and subscribe for more content. What video would you like to see next? Leave a comment telling us more.